In the bottom position, we have Poetic, I believe. Yes, Poetic. Poetic, who is the yellow Terran. And in the left position, we have Hollow. Hollow as the red Protoss. Now, for those of you who did not know, a little bit of trivia, Poetic is Elegant's brother.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah.
I'm gonna root for him then. I like Elegant.
I thought that was hilarious. That he and his brother picked the names Poetic and Elegant.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Awesome.
You are from Britain. This is apparent. Oh, man.
Sweet.
See, if I had a brother and we both played StarCraft, we would both be named, like, two American things, like Budweiser and Rifle.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
Poetic and Elegant. Sounds a little bit nicer.
That's cool.
And we have a TVP on Outsider.
Awesome. I love TVP on this map.
I-
Can be such cool games.
I love this map too. And I'm not the kind of guy who, like, when people want a random map thrown out, that immediately goes Monty Hall.
Monty Hall is the
I'm-
best.
I'm not actually a fan of the really extreme maps. But this map is different because it's extreme, yes, but it's an extreme map where you can just play it normal if you really, really want to. There's nothing that compels you to take the semi-island bases or to even bother with the back doors at all. You can just play it like a normal map, as opposed to something like Monty Hall, where if you play it like a normal map, you picked a really bad strategy. You need to play the map in the specific way it's supposed to be played. I've always had a fondness for Outsider.
I don't know. I think if like Zerg decides to go the SimCity shit and takes the third main base, it's pretty tough to not take the islands. But for PvT or maybe right, and PvP obviously.
Right. And I mean, it's certainly a good idea to take the islands in a lot of situations. But the point is, if you really, really, really don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, okay,
You
that's
have
true,
the
yeah.
option. It's not an instant loss if you ignore the island.
But you won't have like
Yeah,
enough gas.
it's a good idea, but
Yeah.
not compelling.
Oh, he's saving his probe with a nice move with a pile and buck here.
Yep. And that probe is going to be trapped, so he can either pylon hop again on the other side and bring it back home, or he can just leave it there for the time being and then come back in a few minutes later to get a bit of a later scout off. It's not as if the Marines are going to stay there forever.
He could just like build a nexus right now between these two gas things and then do like fast carrier or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Or
That would be cool.
actually, or he could just proxy a robo.
Yeah, I think that's what he does right now. He's building a pylon.
Yeah, he's certainly building a pylon. It's it could be proxy robo. The other option is proxy DTs,
Yeah, that's possible too.
which he could do that in two ways. He could just be proxying the tech out here. No, it is going to be a robo. Okay.
Yeah, robo.
I won't talk about all the fun ways you can
Oh,
proxy DT.
but SCV is driving upwards. I don't know. Maybe no.
No, the SCV can't glitch through alone. It would need a second one.
Can't it glitch with like building a supply depot and then?
You
I
can't
don't
fit
know.
a supply depot on the vertical ones. You can't fit.
Okay.
You can't put it vertically. If he had turrets, maybe. If he was building a turret, if he had an eBay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. So he needs a second SCV to be able to glitch through. I think that SCV is there just to scout for when the probe's coming back in, but that probe is not coming in for a while. Meanwhile, we have two goons from Hollow. Because Poetic didn't go for the natural expansion, instead just went for the mineral-only backdoor, those Dragoons are not going to be able to get anything going. There's no way that they can deal with a tank and two Marines on the top of the ramp. But they will keep just an eye out, kind of observe what's going on, and hopefully he can keep them there, and Poetic won't think too much of it. Then when the tank is completely distracted by the Reaver, it'll be really easy for 5-6 goons to run up the ramp
Definitely, yeah.
Ooh. But Poetic has some shenanigans of his own.
Yeah,
Going
that's
for the
interesting.
starport. Wait. Either he misplaced it? Okay, he misplaced it. I was thinking, like, he can't put a control tower there. Is he going uncloaked wraiths? What? But no, he just misplaced it. Okay, so he's gonna put it down. He'll be able to build the control tower and get some dropships.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick counter. I mean, for Reavers, so he can build a race after building a dropship, and that will
Ooh.
yeah be. Oh, okay, elevator.
Uh-oh, but
he
the
will
but
see
the
it.
SCV's gonna see!
Yeah.
The SCV's gonna see it! Oh no! Oh, that's such bad luck. Hollow was trying to prepare everything, and he was gonna move the goons over to this side, but no. Now Poetic knows that it's coming. The question is, though, how is he going to respond properly? He can move all of his defenses over to this ramp, but that still leaves the other side exposed. Now, dropping goons onto the high ground. The tank couldn't get there in time, and now... Oh no, taking out those Marines very quickly, gonna be able to take out the missile turrets. There are mines down, and mines can do a lot here as long as he doesn't...
Don't run in it. Come
yeah. Man, where's the Reaver? The Reaver is out. Okay. The Reaver's out, the shuttle's going to pick it up. And, oh no, the mines! You had to have... No, the mines!
Oh, come on, that is so sick.
Oh man, the mines! Oh.
That leads right, okay, but
God,
wow.
why aren't you waiting for the Reaver?
Yeah, that's not so smart.
Oh.
Also, some vultures are running into the main base of the Protoss.
Uh-oh. I see a theme developing for this day. It's called the theme of vultures run into the Protoss main.
Yeah, we're getting close to that.
Alright, but here comes the Reaver, trying to do economic damage of its own. First Scarab misses, second Scarab hits the turret. Third Scarab also hits the turret. Does he have any SCV kills? He's getting a little bit too close to that tank. He doesn't have a whole lot of health. Alright, there we go. There's an SCV kill.
He does siege finished finally. Can't siege him up. Nice.
Unfortunately, missile turrets don't burn when they're not constructed. So that thing should be dead.
Yeah. Oh, now two goons moving in, but that will be a waste as well.
I think that barracks is lifted to try to shield the tanks a little bit. But the Dragoons
Yeah, so let's go move.
The Dragoons are coming up, trying to distract the tanks, trying to get something moving, but the Reaver's still managing to do damage on the other side. The siege mode's up, though, and one siege shot will kill the Reaver, or two siege shots, excuse me.
Wow!
Two siege shots will kill the Reaver. It just got enough shields that it can survive one. But still, there are two siege tanks. If he drops it right here, that thing is dead immediately. He has done good damage, though. He absolutely has. Is he making another Reaver? He did make another Reaver. Okay.
This is such a strange game again. It's very interesting.
Yeah, and Poetic's in a really awkward position, because he took that second expansion, and he has that mineral only, but what are you going to do with the mineral only? You only have one factory. You can't make more vultures. I don't know, you spam missile turrets?
I don't know, but he's going in for another drop. Is the two Reavers?
Oh, but the siege tanks are in range! Pick them up! Pick them up! The Scarab hits! Oh, one does, one does not. And on the other side, the Dragoons
again.
Oh, man. Now, this time I think it would be a really nice idea for an elevator. I think an elevator could make a lot happen. There is one Dragoon that has managed to make its way into the expansion, which is really nice if it forces Poetic to send a tank down there. That wouldn't be very hard for the Reaver to pick off at all. I think Poetic might be better off just trying to kill it with SCVs.
Oh, Reavers coming in?
Yeah, the Reavers are coming in as well. There's a tank coming back from back now, but it's only one tank. He can kill it with the Reavers. He doesn't need to run away. But the SCVs aren't moving. The SCVs are now moving. Busy dropping the Reavers. Will the Reaver get the hits? Will the Reavers? No, they won't.
Come on.
They won't. Yeah. Alright. There's only one tank here. There's no reason why he can't drop the Reavers on top of the tank and pick it off. And that would go a long way to start reducing the tank count. It's only at 3 right now. Second tank's being brought in, doing a little bit of damage to the command center, but it won't be able to bring it down to red before it floats out of range. And he still has that dropship. Honestly, dropships, well, I mean, Hollow does have a couple Dragoons at the front. I was gonna say the dropship isn't gonna do a whole lot because he just doesn't need it.
This
man.
is so funny. He's dropping the goons and like let the Reavers walk their way right to the tanks. So he's like switching positions for these units, mixing it up.
And command center is going to be burning. Now, he only has gas off of one refinery, so these other factories are just going to have to be for vultures, not for tanks. Oh, doesn't... We gotta take another mine hit. Man, these Reavers have taken damage, but he has not lost a Reaver yet. Oh, he's going to drop! He's going to drop in the mineral line, within the range of the tanks, but the tanks are sieged up! The tanks are sieged up! These Reavers could do so much damage to the SCVs! Oh, man! But the tank's coming back. Oh no! Single shot takes out both of the Reavers, and that might be the end of Hollow's aggression. It certainly did do a lot of damage. I think Poetic only has like one really good saturated base worth of SCVs left. He almost got this command center, but didn't quite, and SCV comes to repair it.
Oh wow, he's going for carrier. Awesome.
Indeed he is. Reaver into carrier. Build of champions. I think Moa's gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with it. It's not like he has an armory. I don't think he's gonna be thinking about getting an armory anytime soon.
I'm so amazed by this game, it's so interesting.
Man, and Hollow, he's not going to stop the aggression quite yet. Oh man, Shuttle cutting the dropship. Can he drop the goons? He's just dropped the goons, but they won't be able to pick off the dropship. The dropship's going to continue on, but he has vision of it. Oh man, I don't think the Vulture's going to be able to do that much economic damage, but if they went into the base, he would be able to see the carriers. And he has ample time to stop that. The carriers have only just started. Almost getting the snipe out in the middle of the map, but not quite. And no, the Vulture's just going to head home. Poetic doesn't know unless he scans. Admittedly...
Yeah, but yeah, he does his building now for Goliaths. I don't know the English word for it right now.
Armory? Does he have an armory?
His building is next to his... oh fuck, I don't know these English words. So sick.
Starport.
Starport, thanks.
It's fine. This is a little bit of a waste from Hollow. On this map, like, carriers are good on this map, and one of the reasons for that is because it's so easy to hide your carrier tech. You just put them up here, or down here, or here, so if he scanned the expo, he wouldn't see it anyway. Don't put it where, when he scans your main nexus, he's gonna see it anyway. That's a shame. It's gonna get scouted out, and that's why the armory is going down. And he'll be able to start making Goliaths. He does have a... He's getting a pretty good economy. He'll be able to produce Goliaths rather quickly. But Goliaths are going to have a really hard time keeping up with the carriers. It's going to be very easy for the carriers to bounce between here and here especially, but also possibly in the main. But just bouncing back and forth between this mineral only and this natural is going to be so hard for the Goliaths to keep up with. That's weird. There's a Goliath, there's a Vulture just dropping mines back on the island.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Dodie, if you were in this position, how many carriers do you get before you go?
In this game, I think I would wait for 6, and then I'd go for it.
You like 6?
Yeah.
6 is my number 2. In most situations, I really like just waiting for 6 carriers.
Yeah, all underneath 6 is just too weak and just too easy to react to, so I think 6 is fine.
Technically, you can get away with 4, because I believe 4 one-hits Goliaths, but it's just not worth it in most situations. It's better to be safe, get out the 6. Because when you're one-shotting Goliaths, you still need all of the interceptors to hit, which means that you have to keep the carriers not moving away for a very long time. But with 6, the first interceptors from all the carriers will hit before the Goliath goes down. It just makes it a lot easier. It will give Poetic enough time for Goliaths. enough time, or excuse me, more time to get more Goliaths, but I don't think that's going to be a huge issue for Hollow. I really think that he's going to have an easy time bouncing back and forth between the bases, but Vultures are going in. Vultures are going into the natural. The Goons were out of position. And, oh, another big mine hit. Most of the probes have either been evacuated or have just died. Now they're trying to block the ramp. The carriers are coming to support, but that's not a whole lot of support that they're going to be able to provide with only one interceptor each. The 3 Vultures in the main, 1 Vulture in the main. He certainly had the scout before, but now he certainly has a scout. And good damage. Good damage.
Yeah, definitely. Nice move.
So,
Carriers going in.
oh, no, what? No, what? No, what? Move!
He does kill. Okay, now he did it.
Oh no.
Poetic, I believe he can win this game. I'm cheering for him. I believe he can win this game.
I think he can win this game too now.
Come on.
Oh man, this is not how you use carriers.
No.
It's like the worst angle for the carriers to come in from. You gotta move over here. Oh man. Okay, he's now using the cliff. He's using the cliff. There's a lot of really easy targets here. He should be able to do some good damage.
What is interesting, he has dropped the expansion, one of the island expansions. Excuse me, but now the tank dies. So we got some multitasking going on here. But he's losing another carrier.
Another 2 carriers now. There's only 1 left. And he didn't come in with his magic number of 6.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
So I think that will be the reason why he loses.
Quite possibly. Man, you cannot afford to be sloppy with your carriers.
Wow, he just killed the 2 goons with 1 vulture, was putting sick mines, and now he can kill off probes on the expansion again.
Wow. The probes can actually kill the vulture.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he realizes that, but the probes do have a little bit of range. When the vulture pressed right up against it, they would have been able to kill a 5 health vulture in 2 shots.
Yeah, but to be fair, in that situation, I think most people won't realize it.
Yeah.
Or won't just have the speed to do it, or realize that the vulture is low health.
Alright, well, Hollow, he's got 3 carriers. I assume 2 more pretty soon? Relatively soon. But there's so many Goliaths now.
Yeah,
he's gonna...
and what's interesting, the Goliaths already have an upgrade, but the carriers don't, and that's not a good thing. Anyway.
Oh, is he getting upgrades for carriers? Okay, he is getting...
yes, it's almost finished. Yeah. But it's an attack upgrade, so we'll see how that works out.
Would you prefer defense upgrade?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. In this situation I would, but yeah.
Alright.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, when Poetic gets 5 carriers, he's gonna lose his window of opportunity, and he can't use the carriers offensively anymore. He's going to have to use it defensively to hold off this really scary Goliath tank force. Luckily, Hollow did not cut goon production, which is something that lower ranked carrier players do. They forget they need to keep making goons to hold off the Goliaths. So that'll help. That will help a lot, but Poetic hasn't stopped making tanks.
And Poetic has such a sick amount of money, he could build so many units.
Oh man. Poetic's pushing forward. What is Hollow going to do? Does have 5 carriers now. Still building interceptors, but has 5 carriers. And the tanks are sieging up.
He's going in. That's going to be so interesting.
The tanks are sieging up. The Goliaths are actually behind the siege tanks. In this situation, it might be the better idea. Just because there are so many siege tanks, they're going to do so much damage to the goons as they clump up. And now he has not lost any Goliaths, so the Goliaths are going to be really good versus the carriers. But no, he did not quite have enough tanks to win that fight. So he killed off a bunch of Dragoons. I thought that was going to be a little bit closer. He actually lost a lot more Goliaths than I thought he did.
Yes.
Man. Wow, that fight did not go well for Poetic at all. And
now he's going in.
Yeah, Hollow's making making the attack, he's going to be able to be offensive once again, but he still needs to be careful with those carriers. Oh, where's the next siege tank? He really needs a siege tank on the high ground. Ugh, still a little bit of a ways off. I think he might have to give up his natural here to these goons. They're going to be able to kill off the command center very quickly. Yeah, the command center lifts up. The SCVs are going to be pulled back, but I don't think that command center is going to be safe.
I think so. What do we see?
Yeah, it looks like now it will be. The tank is out. Lots of Goliaths on top of the ramp. Man.
Poetic, build units, please. I believe in you, but you have to build units.
Man.
No, okay.
Alright, so he only has 4 carriers. But 4 carriers is enough to harass this base. He'll definitely be doing something with them. Idle carriers, never a good thing. And, alright, he's going in now. He's going in now. Those turrets are not going to target fire the turrets aren't going to target fire the carriers most of the time. So it should be pretty easy for him to pick them off. Where are the Goliaths? The Goliaths are thinking about coming? They're coming. Alright, but the carriers have had enough time to take out all the turrets. The SCVs are pulled. That command center is actually really low health. Really low health. It's under 200. The Goliaths are just turning around. The Goliaths have given up. They're not going to try to save that command center. And that's what you need to be doing. When you have the carriers, you can do attacks like that, lose absolutely nothing, and and put pressure on. That's why I said
on this map it's so annoying.
It's so strong, but he's getting a little bit too close. He's attacking from an angle. There is a barrier preventing the Goliath from getting far forward, but there's not a cliff to obstruct vision. So he does need to be extra careful coming in from this side, but he can do a lot of good damage here. Took out a couple Goliaths, now taking out the refinery. Looks like a little bit of harass from a siege tank drop. Got a couple of probes before they pulled back.
Oh yeah.
And not going to be able to take... Well, he might be able to take out the next if the Dragoons get distracted enough. No. Close, but not quite. Meanwhile, the carriers are moving in. The carriers are now deep inside Poetic space. He can do a lot of damage from here, but at the same time, it makes it very hard to get away when there's so much flat ground. Will Poetic be able to capitalize on it? Will he be able to get the Goliaths into position? It looks like his Goliaths are just A-moving, which means that when the first ones see interceptors, are going to stop, and the rest of them are having a hard time getting through. And the carriers are going to be able to bounce out of there with no losses, and that's what he needs, just constantly no losses on these 4 carriers. Oh man, Poetic's now having a lot of trouble dealing with them, though. Carriers are getting so many kills. 9, 7, another 9. Oh boy.
Is it only me, or does the Protoss have like a low unit count? I don't know. For the fact that he have like 3 expansions, I think he could have a lot of more units. And now Poetic is moving out, and that's going to be interesting. It's not too much, but I think he can do some damage with his push.
I think Hollow's been working with a pretty small economy. The Goliaths are moving forward! The Goliaths are going to go for carrier snipes! Oh, man! There goes one. Oh, boy. There are 4 more carriers back at home. I don't know why they're not linking up the rest of the army. I don't know why he stopped carrier production either. But, no, this is not a very good time to engage. The Goliaths are going to be able to get to the carriers very easily. But the carriers do accidentally find this base.
Yeah, it's so unlucky.
Well, that's very nice. 3 carriers are going to go a little bit slowly in taking it out, but they should be able to. A couple of Dragoons accidentally stepping forward. It's going to cost them 5. Man. I don't know. Hollow's in a really strong position, but given how much he has invested in the carriers and how little economy he has behind it, if he makes one really bad mistake, very easy for him to lose this game right now.
Yes, definitely.
If there's just one click on the carriers and they fly directly over the Goliaths, it might be game over for him, despite how great of a position he's in.
Now he's leaving his tanks undefended against air units, and they're going to die pretty fast.
man, going in, trying to get the carrier kill. Trying to get the carrier kill. There we go. Got one of them, but it's gonna cost him all the tanks. Does he get the second one? Does he get the second one?
No! Come on.
Oh yes! Yes, he does manage to take out 2 more carriers, but at a very steep cost.
Yes, definitely.
And he did manage to finish off the Nexus. The Nexus did not have very much health when they came in here, only like 100.
Wow.
But they didn't turn around to finish it off. That's a huge blow considering how weak Hollow's economy is. Oh man, and now Poetic. Poetic doesn't exactly have a very good economy either. Terrible saturation at the main, terrible at the natural, and the mineral only is getting depleted. All 3 of them are getting depleted, but I think Hollow has this wrapped up after that last engagement.
Yes, I'm so sad right now.
And Poetic, he's moving out again, but there's not enough tanks anymore. I think as long as Hollow doesn't make horrible engagement decisions, he won't have any more problems. Alright, so moving in again, once again taking out that refinery. The Goliaths are in a little bit better of a position this time, so they should be able to hold it off sooner, but Hollow is abusing this beautiful triangle. Just pop into the main, pop to the natural, pop to safety. He's not taking any losses. It's all just free damage at this point. And he doesn't have to worry about Poetic getting aggressive, which is normally the issue when you go carriers. It's you can do good damage like this, but the Terran also gets to do really good damage at the same time. Not this game. Hollow has this wrapped up, and Poetic has to use all of his resources to defend at this point.
Wow, did you see how he killed the Nexus right now?
With the Vulture? The Vulture?
Ah, he did it with the Vulture, okay.
I saw
I
Vulture
haven't seen
moving
this.
up, but I did not realize that the Vulture got the Nexus kill until you said
Oh,
it.
sick. Okay. Yeah, but this is pretty much over, I think.
Interesting. I'm looking at the expansion that Hollow has. He took the double gas, and then has just like a train of probes.
Which is what is funny, he's almost outmined and haven't got another expansion running yet. So that's pretty funny.
He tried to transfer probes to either this base or this base, but he can't transfer them through
Yeah,
this
that
wall.
looks so funny.
Now, he's trying to transfer in both directions. And both of them are getting stuck behind this wall.
Wow.
Alright, the probe figured it out. Half of them did anyway. The other half...
Wow, now he's building a Nexus, he realized it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's fine,
So
it's fine. Eventually, the probes at this Nexus will just mine it out and make a path for the rest
Yeah.
of the probes.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
Did you play Warcraft 2?
Warcraft 2?
Yeah.
No, I never played that.
Alright. In Warcraft 2, there were only 2 resources. There were gold mines and there were trees. But the gold mines, which gold were like minerals, you needed it for absolutely everything. It was the more important resource. The gold mines could be destroyed. That's something that I think would be really interesting in StarCraft.
Yeah,
if you could
definitely.
destroy
That
mineral
sounds
patches.
Pretty funny.
And then they're just gone. Forever.
And there can't be rebuilt or something
They can't
like
be
that?
rebuilt. It's just dead.
That's awesome.
It took a long time to kill. A very long time to kill, but it was possible.
But in Warcraft
Oh,
3
fuck.
you can't kill them anymore, or can you?
Oil. Fucking oil. Nobody cared about oil. Who built ships in that game, honestly? Please. Sorry.
No problem.
What'd you ask, Dodie?
Can you kill the gold mines in Warcraft 3 as well, or only in Warcraft 2?
I didn't play a lot of Warcraft 3, but I'm pretty sure in Warcraft 3 it was like refineries here. So
Yeah,
you could
okay.
just kill off your opponent's structure on it. Or, no, wait. I think that was only one race had to do that. The other races didn't have to do that. And I don't know if you could just straight up kill the gold mine.
Because that sounds, yeah, pretty strange.
Alright. Anyway. Hollow is still moving forward. I mean, it's just a matter of time. Eventually, Poetic's gonna make a mistake and lose a lot of Goliaths. And he's still... in every engagement, it's not as if he's doing better somehow. In every engagement, he loses something. But it's just not enough losing something to quite leave the game yet. Eventually he'll lose a lot of Goliaths. And it might actually be this engagement if those Goliaths don't get back a little bit quicker here. Man, Goliaths are having a lot of trouble getting around the factories, and these carriers are doing a whole lot of damage at this point. Another carrier coming in. How many does he have? 8 carriers?
Which is interesting, he doesn't have a further upgrade, except the one we already have realized. That's pretty strange, because he's doing such carrier-heavy play. So pretty surprising he doesn't upgrade them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. That would be a good idea. I mean, you got the double gas, right? Well...
Yeah.
I guess gas really isn't limiting him.
He has like 200 minutes and 3,000 gas, so...
That's typically why you don't take double gases. I don't think I've ever seen a game where somebody took the double gas and then they still needed more gas, or they were like even on resources.
Yeah,
like,
that's
like every
impossible.
time you take the double gas, it's like you're just gonna have too much gas. That's just the way it's going to be. Alright. So, looks like Poetic's falling into the same trap.
Yeah, I just realized the same.
Oh. I don't even know where those SCVs, I don't know where those SCVs are trying to transfer.
No,
Oh.
I don't know why they're not driving into the main base.
Yo, maybe he was trying to like long distance mine from this mineral patch, and they're trying to long distance mine to this command center. And that's what's messing him up. He's not actually transferring them.
Yeah, that could be. Now he's moving them back.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, I think that they're like picking a new command center. Yo, I totally think that's what's going on. Oh, dude, I totally called that. Oh, I feel so smart right now. Does he get a carrier?
No.
No, not quite. Almost.
And now he's getting sandwich, I think, and it's going to be over.
I hate this map. Oh, Poetic.
I understand.
Poetic. You're supposed to be above that pettiness with your name.
Oh,
Alright.
Poetic.
Well fought game.
Yes.
Well fought game.
The opening was so strange, like the early game was so interesting.
Alright. So, that was